You feeling scared right now? Do we need a group hug? Do we need to bring it in? Bring it in. Group hug. Group hug. We're going to be okay. I know it looks scary. I know it sounds scary. But part of what makes it sound scarier is that everyone's focusing on the things that he's putting out there, which is part of the shock and awe still. Everything they do is very intentional to freak people out. The masks on these guys is just to freak people out. And what do? You repost it, and you focus on it, and you obsess about it, and it shuts you down. There's nothing that can be done. There's nothing we can do, and it makes you feel trapped, and it makes you feel small. It makes you feel weak. Focusing on their hate takes away your strength. Our love is stronger than their hate. I'm not trying to be cute or a little Hallmark card. We feel this pain and this fear because we have so much love. Remember No King's Day? We didn't show up because of hate. We showed up because of love. And if we want to keep supporting each other, that's the lens we have to look through. We have to stop focusing on their hate and focusing on our love. We need to stop fear-mongering. We need to stop saying, do you know what he said today? Do you know what they did today? And the conspiracy theories are flying on here again. You know, why they postponed a city election here, which they do all the time. We're not going to have elections. Yes, we are. In fact, we're going to kick ass in midterms. They know that. Why do you think they set this up to go into effect after midterms, after the 2028 elections? Because they're scared of the backlash they're going to get. And they want to be able to blame it on us. They don't want to take the weight of what they're doing. Are all these images you're seeing of the deportation scary? Yep. And that's why they want you watching them. That's part of the shock and awe. You know, when Obama did this, he was deporting a lot more people. There were advertisements from left-leaning and communities and unions saying, you're terrifying our workers. They don't want to come to work. They're scared to send their kids to school. There's night raids. There's weapons. You know, they're afraid of being separated. So this stuff has been going on for a long time. Was Obama doing it where they were trying to terrify them with masks and make alligator Alcatraz? No. But we weren't on here videoing it every time it happened. But those communities have been scared for a long time. You know, were they focusing more on getting the criminals? Yeah, but it still scared the people. So we need a little perspective, because just because it wasn't all over TikTok during that time, it doesn't mean that these people haven't been scared and haven't been traumatized. Is this worse? Yes. And can we do something about it in the future? I sure hope so, because this impacts me directly. So it'd be very easy for me to look at these videos and flip the fuck out. But I can't. That would be irresponsible, be a little selfish, because that spreads to other people. Calm is what we need to give to each other, because we need it. We need to feel love and comfort and support from each other. Hysterics, it doesn't help anybody. Panic doesn't help anybody. This big, beautiful bill passes, then when we get things back, we will undo it, because we can. If he starts, you know, doing executive orders that scare us, then we'll file class action lawsuits to stop them. Is it going to be harder to do things? Yes. But can they be done? Also, yes. You know, RFK fired, you know, the people that are in charge of the vaccines, or the head of the CDC, whatever it was. So doctors are now forming their own groups and their own recommendations. We will find ways to go around all of this. We will find ways to unite. And remember how you felt on No King's Day. You felt powerful. You felt strong. You felt united. You didn't feel alone. And you had a few good days of feeling great. And then you come back on here and you start focusing on all the scary stuff, right? That's part of your defense mechanism. But the thing is part of why you focus on that is, a lot of you have said, but I don't know what's going to happen. And here's the good news of that. You don't know what's going to happen. So a lot of good things can happen too. Who we are as a party is going to have to change. That's a good thing. Did you see Mamdani coming? No. That's one of the best things that's ever happened to the Democratic Party, because it's outing a lot of bad guys. We're seeing who they're going to support and who they're not, and who we need to primary and who we need to stand up to. And all of that has to happen for us to get rid of the right, because we've been sabotaged over here on the left. And now we see that. So while this thing feels like it's burning, it's also burning away stuff on the left that needed to be burned away to function better. Because we didn't get here just by the right being the right. You know, fascism doesn't arise in a vacuum. It's usually a weak left that allows them to rise. That's what happened in Germany. They couldn't agree on anything. So fascism walked in there. So it takes us getting strong and getting true leaders who actually care about us, and not the corporations and not AIPAC. Our side has worked for AIPAC. We need leaders that work for us, because then they can defend us instead of Israel, right? So in this burning down of things that we need to burn down are burning down with it. And so it's uncomfortable because it feels unknown, but good things happen in the unknown too. And that's what your mind is not going to allow for. Do you know what I mean? When it's thinking of it, always is a worst case scenario. Your mind looks at things like it's seen the end, it's seen how horrific it is, and it's turning around and analyzing it. But it doesn't factor in who we are and what we're going to do and how we're going to stand up. If you think that we're going to let this go, we're not. We simply won't. We feel a little lost because, again, it's like he's throwing all the flashbangs into the crowd and it feels disorienting. But we'll get the lay of the land. He's backed into a corner. No one's talking about that. He's so far underwater, he has just his nostrils above trying to snort something to keep some air in his body. He's selling perfume. His telephones actually are going to be made in China, so they took the Made in America line off of him. People on the right are leaving. I'm going to put a video up today and show you a whole bunch of people leaving. Why does that matter? Because it's part of why he has to act so fast, because the ground is falling out from underneath him. His polls are so far down. Every day it's points, points, points. The economy, everything he promised is going away. Is that scary? Yeah. But are we going to get through it? Yeah. Together. And we'll be better for it. And I know, and the thing is, it's going to take a while because we didn't get here overnight. So part of why you feel scared too is like, this should already be over yet. Ever been through a bad marriage? It takes a long time to get through it. And even afterwards, there's the healing. And then you can see clearly like, oh, that was much better for me. And I got away from it, and I grew from it. And I got the bad actors out of my life that kept me there. They kept telling me, oh no, everything's great, you should stay. It's not a problem. Stay for the kids. We're going to get through this. We are. So I want you to focus on the good things and share those on here. If you're getting on here and just saying, this is horrible, we're all going down, we're cooked, that's a very selfish thing to do, in my opinion. That's what therapy's for. That's what your journal's for. Spreading that to other people that are already scared, you could make things very dangerous for them. And spreading those videos and saying, oh, they found people in the ocean with shackles, that's not us. What do you think immigrants or undocumented people feel when you're spreading that? I don't even know how they can breathe when that's what we keep throwing in their face. We need to put as many positive messages out there and as many supportive messages out there. And just simply like, do what you're going to do, Trump. We're still going to fuck you up. Have a nice day.